Hey, what's up? Jason Stapleton here, and I want to talk to you for a minute about following your passion. And this is something that a lot of people will tell you, a lot of gurus, a lot of experts will tell you that if you want to do something with your life, you're trying to figure out what to do, you got to follow your passion. And while I will admit that doing something that energizes you, that motivates you, that excites you is most definitely better than doing something that you hate, following your passion is really a very stupid idea. If you think about it in terms of who follows things, who's a follower? Does anybody watching this video really want to be a follower, or do you want to dominate whatever you're passionate about? Do you want to own it? And see, most people, when you clarify it for them like that, they're like, no, I want to be the leader. I want to be the one that everybody turns to in my company or in my business or in my industry and says, oh yeah, that guy is the guy you want to go to. That's the only name that I trust. And if you are building a brand online or you are marketing who you are online, that is a critical piece of what you do, is becoming that person. Well, that doesn't happen by following your passion. It comes from dominating that passion. It comes from owning it and owning the space that you're in. Now, that sounds really good and it's all supermoto, right? But what does that really mean? That's what people forget and nobody wants to talk about, is what's really involved with getting to that level in your industry. It's not just about the right marketing strategy or the right sales letter or any of that. It's about actually doing the work so that somebody does come through your process and they end up doing business with you, that they walk away saying, no, that dude's the best. And you see, I got a bunch of books and stuff here. I'm getting a seminar put together for August, and one of the things I was doing was going through a lot of the reference material that I've assembled over the last, 10 years or so of working in marketing and branding and building my businesses. And this is a small sample of that. I actually pulled this stuff out of there. This is just some of it. I pulled it out of the the filing cabinets and stuff I had, and some books off the bookshelf. But to give you an idea, just this chunk right here is probably, this is all reference material, it's all courses and information that I've amassed over the years and I paid for. Maybe $25,000 worth of stuff is right there. And just that alone, just this piece, leave the books out of it, just this piece alone's probably made me $10 million over the last 10 years. I mean, just that piece of it. Understanding how to communicate, how to message online. And then of course, you can do simple things like just books. So for example, so if you haven't read this book and you're interested in this stuff, this is definitely one you want to read. So this is called True Believers by Eric Hoffer. And inside of this stuff so for example, like right here, in a desire for change, right? So what he writes is, he said, those who are awed by their surroundings do not think of change, no matter how miserable their condition. We counteract a deep feeling of insecurity by making of our existence a fixed routine. We hereby acquire the illusion that we have tamed the unpredictable. And then I wrote a little note at the bottom. It says, someone who is confused or in awe defaults to a fixed routine, and you must create clarity to get them to move. Now, why is that important? Okay? So what you got to do if you're going to be and dominate your industry is you have to go and you have to read everything there is to read on what it is that you want to dominate. Your industry, your niche, whatever it is, you got to read it all. You got to study it all. You got to buy it all. Okay? And then not only that, but then you have to translate what's in the book to what's applicable to you and your industry. So in this case, what's Eric saying? Well, he's talking about how do you build a tribe? How do you build a movement? And he talks a lot about different cults and how cults get built because they're so weird, right? And what I took away from that statement was, if there is any confusion, if there's any, misunderstanding about what it is you have to offer, or whether it's for your specific client or customer or prospect or whatever, the chances of them moving to action and actually investing with you or buying into you is virtually zero. Because anytime there's confusion, fear sets in and we don't want to move. It's true whether people are trying to join a cult or it's true if they're trying to buy your product or your service or your consulting, your consulting advice, whatever it is. If they're confused, they're never going to buy. So we have to work really diligently about creating an offer that both clarifies and also provides certainty to the people who want to do business with us. Now, the next question is, of course, well, how do you do that, right? Like, how are you going to create that certainty? And that's where we start build frameworks out that give you a roadmap and a step-by-step checklist of things that you need to be doing in each one of your communication pieces and offers. And here's the thing I'm getting at. I guess if I could say one thing about this is my world, right? This is all I do. I own this space. There are very few people on the planet who know more about influence and how to communicate than me, right? There are even fewer who know how to translate all of this into something that's applicable to business and to people like you, okay? This is my world. This isn't your world, right? Your world is something different. But if you don't give this level of dedication to what it is that you're doing, the hopes that you will ever achieve that level of domination, that level of authority that you're looking for in your industry is zero. It ain't gonna happen. So you have to both do the work and then know how to apply it. Now, even though this isn't your world, there's a lot of stuff in here that can be extremely beneficial to you as you're doing things like creating content videos like the one we're doing here, or the one I'm doing for you here. Most of the people that are watching this video are just like you. They're somebody who spends a lot of time trying to show value, trying to increase trust and authority in what they do so that people will invest with them. And if that's you, if you kind of fall into that same framework, there are some things that you need to know how to do as it relates to your communication both on video and in writing that are going to do wonders for you in terms of helping you convert more sales and to create greater affinity and influence over the people who are most likely to want to do business with you, okay? And that's actually what I'm doing at the 2-day seminar. It's a communication and branding seminar that helps you learn how to do those things. So for example, with this video, I'll give you one. Okay, I'll give you one of the things that we're doing. There are all kinds of little subtle, nuanced influence techniques that I'm using in this video to subtly kind of move you towards what I want you to do, which is, of course, to sign up for the event. I'll give you one. And it's one that most people don't pay any attention to. You see, anytime we're doing video, this is a sneaky little secret. We spend all this time working on the copy, figuring out what we're gonna say and how we're gonna say it. And the truth is, when we do video, what we say is far less important than what people see. If you wanna know what people are understanding, what they're hearing when you're on video, shut the sound off. Whatever is there in the background, whatever's in the foreground, the way you're dressed, the way your eyes move up and down, the way your hands move, all of those things play a much greater role than the words coming out of your mouth. In fact, the second most important thing, other than the imagery that you're presenting in your videos, is the tone of your voice, the inflection. When do I move up? When do I move down? So if I'm constantly talking like this, like I'm a Valley girl, and I'm telling you all about all this crazy stuff that I'm doing, it sounds like I'm asking a series of questions, right? It's terrible. It's awful. You want to slap that person, and they don't sound intelligent, number one, and they don't sound confident. If instead I roll all of the ends of my sentences down so that it's more definitive, now all of a sudden I instantly raise my authority just by the tone of my voice, the inflection of my voice. Incredible, incredible change to your ability to influence and move people. Take a look at this. Most people might have caught a glimpse of this in the background, right? Downtown Los Angeles. And that's intentional, okay? Showing that to you was for a specific purpose. It builds authority in what I'm telling you in this video, okay? Now, you might be saying, well, Jason, I can't afford to live on the 27th floor of a downtown Los Angeles high-rise building. I live in a tiny 2-bedroom home in Alabama. Don't worry about it. I can fix that. That's something we can work on. There's lots of ways for you to display what you want to display, even if you have a zero budget. I know because I used to do it when I had a zero budget. So here's what I want you to do. Under this video, there's a link. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, look in the comments section or in the description section. There's gonna be a link there, becometheicon.com. This is what I want you to do. Go there and watch that video. And if this seminar is something that you think will benefit you, I want you to sign up. Because over the 2 days that we're gonna spend together, I am going to help you transform the way you look at your business, the way you look at how you communicate messaging, both online and offline, both in video, verbally, and in writing. And I'm gonna help you establish a brand that is gonna help you rise to that level of dominance, that level of ownership that you want in your business. So go there right now, click on the link, becometheicon.com, and I will see you in just a little bit at the event. Talk to you soon.